On this week's show, Tesla wants you to tell your friends about the Model S, Apple talks car construction with BMW, and why ranting is always best done in a suit and tie. These stories and more coming up next on T.E.N. Enjoying today's show on YouTube and want to read the stories we're referring to today? Just head to our website at www.transportevolve.com/T.E.N, where you'll find today's show notes as well as links to the latest future car news, buying guides, tech primers and car reviews. It's Friday, July 31st, 2015. I'm Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield and I really can't believe we're at the end of the month already. Wow, that one just flew by. There are plenty of things that Tesla Motors is known for, from its super sexy Model S to its innovative business practices and over-the-air software updates. Offering discounts on new electric cars, however, that's something that Tesla isn't known for. But on Wednesday this week, that's exactly what Tesla announced: a $1,000 reduction of the cost of a brand new Tesla Model S for new customers referred to the brand by another Model S owner. It's all part of a pilot Tesla Model S referral program, which rewards Tesla owners for referring others to the brand with a $1,000 Tesla credit for each referral they make. And the fact the first owners in North America, Asia and Europe to make 10 referrals win themselves a brand new Tesla Model X. There's not quite the time to go into the program here, but just let's say that it's a novel way to incentivize folks to continue evangelizing about the Silicon Valley automaker, raise Tesla sales, and of course ensure a constant flow of new customers. Clever move, Elon. For some time now, there's been a fairly constant rumour suggesting Apple is working on a top-secret skunkworks project to build its own Apple-branded autonomous electric car. And with Apple hiring executives from automakers like Ford, Mercedes-Benz, Fiat Chrysler and Tesla, those rumours do seem to make sense. Well, this week we heard from German newspaper Manager magazine, a right-leaning publication popular among German business types, that a top-secret visit was made last year by Apple CEO Tim Cook to BMW's Leipzig production facility to study BMW's i3 production process. The claim is that Apple was looking to use the BMW i3 as the basis for its own electric vehicle, but having worked as a journalist in both the automotive and computer worlds, I think there's something different going on here, because Apple likes to build its own products from the ground up. If I had to guess, I'd suggest that Apple is looking to use a similar carbon fibre reinforced plastic construction process to BMW, perhaps looking to BMW to supply body panels for a car of its own design. But with neither BMW nor Apple talking about this one, we'll have to stay in the dark a little while longer. In just a few months' time, Toyota will officially begin sales of the Mirai hydrogen fuel cell sedan in North America, with an initial market launch at just 8 dealerships in California. So far, so good. But this week, in an interview with Forbes, Toyota's national manager for alternative fueled vehicles, Craig Scott, admitted that Toyota is facing a massive hurdle when it comes to the launch of the Mirai this fall: hydrogen fuel infrastructure. As we reported last week, a lot of existing infrastructure is notoriously unreliable, and Scott said that Toyota considers many of the existing stations as not fit for use with the Mirai. Instead, he suggested hydrogen fueling stations in California are about a full generation behind the cars themselves. In other words, that means a lot of work is needed before hydrogen fuel infrastructure is anywhere near the levels it needs before Toyota or anyone else can successfully sell large quantities of hydrogen fuel cell cars anywhere in the US. So what now? Investment, and lots of it. Based on our experience with early adopting car charging infrastructure, however, we think it's going to be some time before that investment pays off. Thanks to its tendency towards modular design philosophy, German automaker Volkswagen has managed to churn out a fair few plug-in cars in a pretty short order. From the Volkswagen e-Up to e-Golf, GTE and now Passat GTE, not forgetting the limited production XL1, Volkswagen is really serious about its aim to be the #1 plug-in manufacturer in just a few years' time. And this week we learned that range could be expanded in Europe, with plans to bring a new plug-in hybrid version of the next generation Phaeton luxury sedan to market, as well as an all-electric version of the next generation Volkswagen Polo. For those unfamiliar with the Polo, it's a small hatchback that sits somewhere between the Volkswagen e-Up and e-Golf in size and has been on sale in Europe in various forms for nearly as long as the Volkswagen Golf. But as those in America will probably have guessed, neither the e-Polo nor the T.E.N plug-in hybrid are likely to make it stateside. Right now, neither models are offered in North America, and over the pond, Volkswagen's market strategy focuses on mass-market low-cost models rather than luxury or subcompact cars. Sorry. This is a Tesla Model S, the high-end luxury car from Californian automaker Tesla Motors. It's super quick, super high-tech, and super desirable. And just as with other automakers whose exemplary reputation precedes them, those crazy Chinese car companies want a piece of the action. And so I give you the Yuxa X, a Tesla Model S lookalike, which has appeared on our radar earlier this week thanks to our eagle-eyed reader Brian Henderson. Looking very much like the Tesla Model S, this Asian copy even mimics Tesla's massive touchscreen display inside, wide blocked-off grille and over-the-air connectivity. But looks aren't everything, and in this case, the Yuxa X can't match the real McCoy in terms of acceleration, range or prestige. Not even a little. If imitation really is the sincerest form of flattery, we think Tesla CEO Elon Musk should be touched. But honestly, we think he's probably too busy laughing to care. It combines the thrill of traditional high-octane motorsport with the environmental credentials of electric cars, and it's recently come to the end of its highly successful, action-packed inaugural season. But while the second season of the FIA Formula E Championship doesn't start for another few months, Formula E announced this week that it's going to be opening up all 6 of its pre-season race sessions to the general public for free. I should probably note here that you're not going to get to actually drive a car around the track, but if you're in England during August and you'd like to watch some of Motor Race's biggest names test out the new Formula E race cars ahead of the next season, Formula E wants to give you free tickets. It's certainly a fun and different way to pass a summer's day and could keep the kids happy during those long summer holidays. So if you're interested, head to our site at www.transportevolved.com for more information. With the Nissan LEAF electric hatchback heading for its 5th birthday this December, attention has already turned towards its replacement, due sometime in the next few years, most likely as a 2017 model year car. We, like many others in the industry, had assumed the next generation LEAF would simply be another plug-in hatchback. But this week, Autocar quoted Nissan Executive Vice President Trevor Mann, who said that the Nissan LEAF could be expanded into a whole family of different electric vehicles. It's an intriguing proposition and one which would mimic Toyota's expansion of the Prius hatchback into its own line of hybrid vehicles in North America, Europe and Asia. Sadly, neither Nissan nor Mann were eager to give any more information on what an expanded LEAF sub-brand would look like, but we're hopeful that it becomes reality. Here at Transport Evolved, we'd love to know what kind of LEAF branded cars you'd like to see in the future. An SUV? A wagon? Super Mini? Let us know in the comments below. And finally, as we've said many times on this show before, the lack of interoperability between different car charging networks is a well-known frustration for anyone who happens to make any kind of long-ish trip by electric car, especially when filling up at a filling station on petroleum byproduct is as easy as flashing a cash or credit. And this week, our good friend Gavin Kiwi EV Shoebridge took to the YouTubes to ask charging providers to get their act together in the only way he knew how: a suit and a tie. The video, which we've linked to in the show notes, covers a trip that Gav recently made to Vienna, Austria from Bratislava in Slovakia, which resulted in him being stranded for a few hours in Austria because the charging network he was using just wouldn't accept the charge card that it should have done. Gav's plea is to the point and wonderfully succinct, so watch it because we can't put it any better than he has. That's your lot for today. I'm afraid I'm not quite the natty dresser that Gavin is, but hey, he does look better in a suit than I do. We'll be back next week at the usual time for another show, but in the meantime you can find all the other news that's fit to print on our website at www.transportevolved.com, chat to us on Twitters at transportevolved, or head to our YouTube channel to catch up with our latest shows. As always, there's a lot we haven't managed to fit into today's show, including Electra Girl's first long-term review of life with a Smart for 2 electric drive. We look at how the new US federal highway bill could open the door to charging electric car owners for driving electric. We look at Illinois' new law to prevent icing of EV charging stations, and a Fiat Chrysler executive plants his feet firmly in the hydrogen fuel cell camp. So when we're done, be sure to head to our site to read them all. Thanks for watching. I'm Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield. Have a great weekend, and until next time, keep evolving.